Hey YouTubers, this is Bob Hickman. It is so good to be back with you. Well, here I am. I'm down in Southern Virginia visiting my parents, and it's Father's Day, and it's just a wonderful time down here. I thought I'd show you my dad's garden that he's growing. It's really something to see, so come on along. As you look over here, we got a wonderful row of onions. Aren't these something? Look how big they are. Wow, really large onions. And next to here we've got some beautiful cabbages. Aren't these something? Look at those. You know, cabbage is a wonderful plant. It's a really great leafy green vegetable, and it's got a lot of nutrients in it. It's a wonderful vegetable. Next here we have some squash plants. And I like squash plants because the leaves are giant and exotic. They look a little bit like a maple leaf if you think about it. Those of you who watch out of Canada, I know you know the maple leaf. I kind of think the squash leaf looks a lot like a maple leaf. That's my opinion. Now we don't have any squash, just a little bit of baby squash starting down there. But that's all right, it'll pick up soon and they'll grow. But as you can see, the rich, lush greenery here is really something. And as we move on down here, we've got beautiful tomato plants here. Now I'm not a big tomato eater, but I do love ketchup. So we got tomatoes here. I don't see any yet. They're still pretty new on the vine, but you can see they're flowering a little bit here. Isn't that beautiful? And then I think these are pepper plants. My father loves peppers, so he's planted some pepper plants here. These are little ones. I don't think they have much on them yet. And then down here, these are cucumber plants. They're similar to the squash plant. Now, you know what's interesting is that the leaf of the cucumber plant really looks like an elephant head. Doesn't that look like an elephant head? See the big ears here? And then the face that comes down like a trunk? I don't know. I've always thought, I've called that the elephant leaf plant. And these are cucumbers, and they haven't really taken yet either. You can see a little flower back there. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Gardening is a wonderful way to get in touch with the earth. You know, when I'm around these beautiful vegetable plants, I can really feel their life force. I feel their energy. You know, if you're somebody and you're feeling like, you know, depressed or anxious and you feel out of touch with yourself, you might want to take up gardening, maybe planting, or even if you don't have the ability to plant a garden, maybe just visit a garden, because visiting a garden will help you to really get in touch with that earth energy. You know, I love it here down in Southern Virginia where my parents live. As you can see behind us, it's beautiful. It's a nature reserve back here, and this is their fence, but look at all this beautiful scenery. This lush greenery. It's literally like almost like a jungle back here. And the green open expanse. I think it's beautiful. There are a lot of wildlife. There are a lot of birds here. You'll see them darting back and forth. It's really something spectacular. And of course, you know I had to imprint a little witch influence here on this household. And here is something I gave to my parents for their garden a few years ago. This is a beautiful shimmering witch ball. Isn't that something? You know, witch balls are wonderful. You can put them out on your lawn, and it's believed that the reflective energies reflect evil. Isn't that beautiful? And here's another wonderful little spiritual element in my parents' garden. This is their statue of St. Francis. I gave this to them probably almost 25 years ago now, and they still have him, and he's still going strong. You can see here that St. Francis has a little bird in his hands, and my mom and dad love birds. And St. Francis is a wonderful saint for gardens. He's the patron saint of animals and ecology, and so I thought he was the perfect addition to my family's garden. So St. Francis stands guard here and holds his little bird in his hand. And he's right below the birdhouse. So I tell you, it's really a perfect little match. Here's another exotic plant in my parents' yard. I don't know what this is. Does anybody recognize this plant? I like it. It looks kind of jungle-like. I tell you, I like being out in this nature preserve. It's really peaceful here, and it's so amazing. Look at this untended, natural wild plants growing free. Can you imagine at one time the earth was this green all over? It was a lush tropical paradise. When I look at this, I sometimes think, should humanity be dumb enough, which it may well be, to destroy itself, whenever all the life is gone, this is what will return. Not that I want humanity destroyed, but nature has its own ways and powers. We should always respect the Mother Earth. It is really beautiful here, and I tell you, when you feel in your spirit disconnected, and you feel like you cannot connect to anything, that's the time when you get out and walk. So many of you have written me over the years, and you said, "Psyche Bob, I feel overwhelmed by life." I can understand that. So that's what Mother Earth is for. You go out into Mother Earth's greenery, connect back to the land, connect to your spirit, and you will be healed, you will be blessed, you will be restored. When I was a child, this was one of my favorite trees. I don't remember what this is called, but isn't that lovely? It's a very exotic looking plant. I think that's really lovely. Here it is. The plants here are just, as you can see, it's literally a greenery, paradise of greenery. For those of you who practice green witchcraft, I think this would be heaven for you. You see, sometimes they'll say, "What is heaven like?" And I say, it'll be whatever you want it to be. My heaven will be full of rich green plants, and it'll be deep blue skies and lush green lawns. This is a wonderful place where you can gather herbs. You see, every type of plant is here. This is a fascinating reserve because they have, literally, you can see some beautiful wildflowers back here. See, there's a humming or a butterfly. Look at that, guys, a butterfly. See that beautiful flower? He was eating from that. And there are trees and pine trees and maple trees and these beautiful plants here. It really is something, isn't it? So get out, walk, connect to the earth. Know the great green mother who is our life force, our sustaining power. Maybe some of you watching say, "I don't believe in God." That's okay. Just go know the earth. Then you'll know who the God or goddess is. Once you know the earth, you'll see divinity everywhere. Knowing the earth has taken my spirituality to a much deeper place. There's nothing wrong with going to churches, but sometimes I think churches disconnect people from what's really real. That's my personal opinion. No offense to churchgoers. I like to say nature is my church. And when I'm out walking here, I'm reconnected back to my higher power. You see, it doesn't cost anything, and it doesn't take a lot of effort. Just go, walk, connect, feel the earth. As I'm looking down here, I see this beautiful grass below me, and I just reach out and I touch the earth. If you reach out and touch the earth, you can feel the energy of the earth, and you'll reconnect. I feel a humming in my hands from the vibration of Mother Earth. Before me is this beautiful green expanse. Really, really something. So you see, it's not hard to reconnect. Renew your spirit today. Go out, walk, see the greenery, see the sky, feel the earth. It will bring you back to life. If you're somebody and you think, I feel like I have no life in me, if you're still watching this, you got life and you can connect. So I invite you, find a place. Maybe you live in the city where there's no great lush green fields. I bet you can find at least one park somewhere in your city where you can maybe hug a tree or touch a tree. People say, oh, Psychic Bob, you Wiccans, you're liberal tree-hugging dirt worshippers. And to which I respond, and that's a problem? Yeah, well, I'm being renewed in my spirit today, and I hope you will too. Well, guys, thanks for coming along on my walk, and I'm so glad you're here at Spirit Channel. Keep it here. We'll have more coming this week. Blessings to you.